We're back. It's Monday.
Hey.
I missed last week's show or last Thursday's show because I was on the road, but I'm happy to be back. Pat, quick question for you: peak of their power, who you taking, Jock Peterson or Joey Gallo?
Ooh.
Peak of powers, like the best version, single season, one of the two.
I got to go Joey Gallo.
Really?
I think so.
It's fair. It's interesting. I didn't know if the guard ball in you would make you change it up.
No, it's got to be Gallo, dude. He hit what, 48? Was that the 1 year?
Joey Gallo hit 41.
41, I thought. Oh yeah, 41 and 40 those back-to-back years in Texas.
Yeah. But his best year he hit 38.
Yeah.
But Ben's got a point. Oh no, Ben's on your side, the Joey Gallo side. Jock Peterson never.
That's true. I forgot that he has a Gold Glove.
Yeah, randomly. Well, it's like the hardest throwing outfield currently, or not currently, but was the hardest throwing outfielder last year in the major leagues.
Yeah.
Which you could probably find someone that throws harder. Who knows?
I mean, yeah, it's. I'm curious to see if he makes a comeback as a pitcher because, like, he has a cannon.
He does. How old is he? 31. That'd be crazy.
He broke into the league at such a young age too. He seems older than that.
Yeah, he feels really old, but he made his debut. Joey Gallo made his debut. What is a 21-year-old?
21 years old. Yeah. Well, it's funny because like the other guy that's trying to make it like back into the majors as a pitcher is Tyler Naquin.
Yeah,
but Naquin debuted after Gallo and is 33 years old right now.
Jeez. And then Jock Peterson debuted at 22.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So wait, who are you taking in that hypothetical?
I think I'm thinking Joey. I didn't know if the strikeouts would scare you.
Well, dude, they both strike out.
Yeah, but
not at the same rate, but
yeah, like did Peterson ever leave? No, Peterson never hit that 200 mark.
No, he hit 170.
Yeah, bro. Like, look, bro, you're talking Joey Gallo, 170 is a great year, dude. 213, 196, 207. Like the best Joey Gallo year was probably 2021 when he posted the highest WAR. He had 213 strikeouts.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the Adam Dunn light.
Yeah. Yeah, Jock only has 1 year of 30-plus home runs, dude. I'm absolutely.
Yeah, I felt like he had more power than I felt like he had a 40 home run season, or at least like a bunch of 30s.
That's what I thought too, but no, just a bunch of T's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 20-plus, and then just that 1 30-plus year.
Yeah, and I guess maybe the year that we're both thinking, like the power quote unquote years that we're thinking of were all like the doubles.
But it's funny. Wait, this is actually wild. Jock has more career home runs than Joey Gallo.
Yeah, that's fried.
Just by one. 209 home run for Jock, 208 for Gallo. That's
actually so wild.
Jock also has a better career OPS, 805 career versus Gallo's 775.
Yeah, well,
but that peak is, I think that
like that's why I added that in the question. Is like Jock is like clearly to me a better player than Joey.
I mean, I wouldn't even say clearly, but
I think he's a better career hitter, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's like, because when Gallo's good, he's good. But when he's bad,
he's real bad. I mean, you saw it in person in New York. Like that was.
Yeah, maybe that's really what stains it. Like that, he was supposed to hit 45 easy in New York.
Yeah, I thought, oh my God, you put him with that right field. I was like, it's over. He's going to hit absolutely. He's absolutely going to hit at least minimally 35 home runs.
Because the thing was, okay, like he strikes out, but he's trying to swing really hard.
Yeah. And like that
was put him in New York. He's that size. Doesn't have to swing hard. Just lift the ball in the air, and you'll accidentally stumble into 30 home runs.
And like that was never going to scare you guys because like Stanton was already that kind of a player at that point. It's like, all right, that's fine. That's the Bronx Bombers, baseball right there.
Yeah, Ben said. He made him shave. Next thing you know, he was trash.
Dude, all right. So Joey Gallo, if he plays on this year's Yankees, is he hitting 35 home runs with a beard?
Yeah, we don't have a spot for him, unfortunately. We're all filled up.
What do you mean? He can play left field.
We have a left fielder.
Do you?
Jason Dominguez. And he's figuring it out.
I'm about ready to drop him in fantasy.
All right, you drop him. Here's the thing. Out of the two of us, I'm the better fantasy owner. I am going to win my league year one.
All right. You're also playing in a cracked out catcher whatever gets you 40 points a game league.
Don't know what that means. No clue.
But hey, shout out to your catcher heavy team.
Yeah, shout out to starting 3 catchers every day. Shout out to the.
Speaking of other, I'm gonna have to. The 2 fucking Yankees I drafted were Austin Wells and Dominguez, and I'm gonna have to drop both of them.
No, you don't drop Wells. Wells is fine. You said he was a top 15 catcher in your league. That's what you want.
I mean, not if you're trying to win fantasy. I'd like a top 10 catcher, preferably like top 7.
Who's the top catcher in your league?
Let's see.
Probably a no name.
It's probably fucking, what is it? Cabert Ruiz. Doesn't he lead the league? What were we looking at earlier?
We're looking at what, a batting average or home run?
Yeah, batting average or on base. I think it was batting average. How do I go to overall?
I have no clue.
Here we go. Catcher. I want everyone's availability. All right.
Yeah, man. This was supposed to feed the whole world. Gallo, Stanton, and Judge all in the outfield. Oh, good heavens. That was supposed to feed families, all the families.
Yeah, dude, it was. They were all supposed to have 40 home runs.
Yeah.
Availability. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold up. Why is this not? Yeah, I don't know how the fuck I get. Oh, here we go. No, that's not right. Whatever. I can't figure out how to find the top catcher in fantasy. I actually hate the ESPN fantasy app. I think it's the worst thing ever.
It's impossible to look around things. But I drafted a whole bunch of number 1 players. So
yeah, hey, there we go. Shout out to 3.
You guys had a series over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me, Pat. How you feeling about your team? Your good old guards and good old guard ball.
We're so back, dude. We just needed to get home. Everyone forgets it. Open up 9 games on the road. That's a grueling start to the year. 9 games, especially on the West Coast. Like, we just needed some home cooking, and we were back in action, baby. Took 2 out of 3 from the Royals. That's second straight series win against them this year. So I'm feeling good. Offense it's weird right now. Like, certain guys are really struggling, and then certain guys are popping off. Like Gabriel Arias has been on fire recently.
Yeah, I added him. He's on my fantasy team. That's my fantasy third baseman.
Dude, I love it. He's been fucking, that opposite field power. And that's when he's been at his best. When he's gone on these hot stretches in the past, it's always he's going the other way with the ball. He's, he's seeing it real well out of the hands, kind of just tracking it all the way to his bat. He's not crazy trying to pull everything and coming out and chasing that slider low and away, which has kind of been his Achilles heel. But it's great to see, man. He's playing good defense too. Like, honestly, our defense has been a struggle this year, but it hasn't been because of Arias.
Dude, Rocchio has been the most disappointing for me on your guys' team so far, because the defense, I thought the defense was going to be a no problemer, but doesn't he lead you guys in errors?
He might actually. It's been rough to watch this year. Defensively, no, actually, Josie might have more errors.
Okay, I figured because Josie missed some games.
He only missed the 1 game. Actually, he was DH. He's DH'd a couple, but yeah. How many errors does Josie have on the year?
I just feel like every time I got the TV on, Brian Rocchio is making some dumbass play, dude. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, dude. Josie has 5 errors on the year. That leads Major League Baseball right now. And then Rocchio has. Where's Rocchio? It seems like Rocchio's just not making the plays that we were so used to with like Lindor making. And honestly, he did it last year. Yeah, so he has 3 errors on the year.
Okay, well, I remember all 3 of his errors. That means there were 3 loud errors.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Like, I mean, it's been disappointing. And there's also some plays that should be made by elite defensive shortstops. And that was his whole thing, was that like, all right, maybe the bat wasn't going to be there at times, but at least he's going to be a sound glove. I mean, he was really good last year.
Yeah.
And now, I don't know, just been frustrating so far defensively, but it hasn't cost us games yet. So I'm not too worried just yet. I think that, especially a guy like Hosey, I'm sure he'll figure it out. And I hope Rocchio will too.
Hosey, you don't really worry about. Yeah. It's like he's going to, like, his errors, okay, are one thing, because he's going to be like one of the main 3 sources of offense for you guys.
Yeah.
So,
so
like,
you can live with it.
Rocchio, like, you want Rocchio to be really good defensively because he's not great offensively.
Yeah. And that's where, like, you could live with Jimenez the last few years because he was playing outstanding defense even when he wasn't hitting. Evan, the game was fucking awesome on Saturday. Honestly, electric. It was like the perfect weather for a game. It was like sunny in the 50s, just like good like early season baseball weather. The crowd was pretty decent. I mean, typical, Cleveland April crowd, I guess.
Yeah, Cleveland April. It doesn't really turn up until close to playoff time, it feels like.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, if they're good the last few years, you can, like, especially on weekends. Like, I went to a couple weekend games last year and it was packed, like July and August. But but yeah, it's just I was trying my best to bring the energy though. We had I had a fun little crew with me in the right field bleachers, like or the right field section. We were going ham towards the end of the game. It was a good time.
Did they have any new menu items this year?
They do. I didn't try any. I'm a sucker for the slider dog, dude. That's what I went right for, the slider dog. I walked around the new Terrace Club section that was like under renovation the past few years. That's actually pretty dope. It's a cool spot there. But no, they do have a couple new menu items. I think there's like a new burger or barbecue sandwich or something like that that apparently is pretty solid. But no, dude, I just go with my classic.
I guess I do have a chat question. We're probably not gonna do it this week, but soon we're gonna try 999 challenge again. But we got to figure out like something other than hot dogs to test it out with.
Well, the other one, which this won't be up your alley, but there's one that's 9 beers, 9 zins, 9 innings.
That sounds like death. I don't want that. I want like 9 beverages, 9 of whatever food item in the 9 innings. Like, what can we do? I'm just trying
to think of like what food item would work.
Yeah.
Outside of a hot, like it's because it's like you can't do like 9 popcorn, or it's like I don't know.
Yeah, dude, 9 zins is literally the worst.
Yeah, dude. I saw someone I think he was at like a Marlins game last year and did it and like whatever, videoed himself the whole time. And you could tell he was just going through it by like the 5th inning. I'm like, God damn, that sounds like fucking hell.
Yeah, literally sounds horrendous.
Yeah.
9 bags of peanuts. All right, 9 pieces of pizza.
Yeah. I mean, see, like it's all doable, but like it's just going to be miserable again by the end. I already know.
Bro, how many? I mean, I feel like 9 pizzas is doable.
Depends on the size, for sure.
Yeah. 9 pretzels is terrible.
Yeah. Dude, wait. All right, hold up.
I don't like pretzels.
Me neither, dude. I've never been a pretzel guy.
It's like salty bread. Like, boy, if you don't.
It's just like I'd rather eat a bagel if I'm going that route.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but wait. So I was at the game with we had a group of like 6 of us that went to the game on Saturday. My one boy gets a bag of peanuts. He was eating the peanuts with the shell on. Do you do that? / have you seen people do that?
I mean, as a kid, I used to put the whole peanut in my mouth and just like suck the salt off paws and then throw it.
But like you didn't swallow the actual shell.
No.
Yeah, no. One of my friends was literally just eating the peanut whole, like shell on. He was like, that's the best part. He's like, the saltiness. He was like, that's what he did. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I don't know if that's good for your inside.
Pat, shoot him.
I mean, I won't do that, but
he should not be living amongst us. That is not a human. Shoot him. That is like in those AI films where the robot is trying to blend in with the people and Martian's trying to blend in with the people, and they do things like that.
Well, sure enough, we ended up at the casino late night, and he was yakking in the bathroom, and I told him I think it was probably because of the fucking peanut shells that he was eating.
Literally horrendous. All right, so you guys took 2 out of 3 against the Royals?
Yep, 2 out of 3. Dropped the chance for a sweep yesterday. The offense got 2 off of Reagan's early, but then he settled in, and then he was just really typical Reagan self, dude. I think he's my favorite pitcher in the AL, like not on the Cleveland Guardians staff.
Is he really? Who's your favorite? All right, who are your top 3 favorite AL pitchers?
Right, non-Guardians,
non-guards.
Dude, Reagan's number 1. He's a fucking gamer. I'll go him 1. I'll go. I'm gonna say, honestly, I like Flaherty, dude. Flaherty's kind of a dog. I'll throw Flaherty in there, and then number 3. Oh man, I mean I'll go Logan Gilbert because I got to throw one of my Seattle guys in there.
Dude, here's the issue with you, Pat. If Mad Max was not on the Yankees, you would have picked him.
Oh, absolutely.
Mad Max is literally your type of pitcher plus Velo.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculous pitch mix, multiple curveballs, a pitcher's pitcher, a horse.
I loved him on Atlanta.
Are you kidding me?
I can't do it, dude. I can't do it.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I just wondered if you would go there. So I guess I want to focus on what the 6-3 win that you guys had.
Yes, on Saturday.
Yeah, the game on Saturday. Clase.
That's what everyone wants to talk about, dude. And
it's like, should he be the closer? Is he broken? When did he break? Like, I mean, come on, man. Clase is supposed to be locked down. He was locked down all of last year in the regular season, and the playoffs showed some signs of okay, he's human. That's what you expect. This year, saying he's not been good would be a massive understatement. He's been bad.
He's been terrible. And for the first time this season, like Saturday for me, and maybe it was just being there live and being like, oh shit, like this is tough to watch. Like you come in a 6-1 game and they just wanted to get him work because he hadn't pitched in, I think it was 3 days because they didn't use him they didn't use him for 3 days. So they just want to get him work. And it's a 5-run game. You think, all right, quick, 3 outs. Let's get out of here.
15 pitches, like ramp it up, get your 15 pitches out there, and we'll go home.
Absolutely.
And like a good confidence builder too.
And that was the thing for me. It's like, all right, I'm normally, and this is just maybe old school me because Clase and a bunch of other guys in the past, like historically speaking, at least I feel like with Cleveland the last few years, the closers' stats in non-save situations are always so much worse than they are in save situations. I feel like there's not that same sense of urgency, and there's not that, that I guess that competitive edge isn't there that normally is.
Well, and on the hitter side, like a lot of times in non-save situations, like hitters go for the do damage approach.
Yeah.
Rather than like the get on base, like get on.
And that's what made Saturday so concerning for me. And again, I like how they wanted to get Clase working. And honestly, I thought he's got to use this for his own mental, psyche to just get out of his own head, get a quick, easy inning. But they got 4 straight singles off him. And I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. 3 of them coming off the fastball, 1 of them coming off the slider. And then he kind of locked in. He had the strikeout, the sac fly, which whatever. And then the ground out. It's like, all right, but like, holy shit, 4 straight base hits to start what should have been like your kind of build your confidence back up. And the problem, Chris, is that he throws too many strikes.
I don't know if I was talking to you or my boy Tyler on the other show I do, but I didn't used to think this until the postseason with Clase. Like I didn't think, but because here we go. Mariano Rivera is the closer that I grew up on.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't wild. He wasn't wild at all.
No.
There was no fear with him, but he gave you uncomfortable at bats.
Yeah.
It was never wild. The wild closer that we had was Aroldis.
Chapman, yeah.
And it used to make me nervous as a fan of the Yankees because you never knew. Because obviously, like, if one guy got on, chances are you're going to get a pass ball somewhere, whatever.
And like he was a guy that was susceptible to having that implosion. Like, all right, he can't find the strike zone to save his life right now.
Exactly. But when watching like how guys train for hitting now and like kind of studying that world, it's like when there's no fear of a ball might hit me in the face, when there's when there's a belief that I could just lock in on the strike zone and he's going to throw me a strike and I know he will. And when he does, I can hit it. And he's going to throw me more than 1 strike. He's probably going to throw me 3 at least strikes.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like the job for a hitter gets a lot easier. And I feel like there's not enough wild with Clase.
I agree. And to your point too, like he's not making hitters uncomfortable either. And we've been saying this all year now so far, plus dating back to the playoffs last year, where are hitters doing damage against him, Chris?
It's really the same spot. It's like that low and away to righties, in for lefties. It's the same part of the plate.
It's the same part of the plate. And when you have such pinpoint accuracy the way Clase does, and the fact that you're not even trying to work in on right-handed hitters, they can sit in that spot. They literally just have to worry about half the plate.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, it's paint, dude.
Oh, it is.
It's paint. But now there's nothing else.
No. And it's like, I'm sorry. Yeah, you throw 100 miles an hour. So does every other reliever in the sport, dude. Like, you can't just blow these pitches by these hitters. And what made Clase so good was that he was so good at generating soft contact because, you know, he was running at the peak of his powers.
Yeah, for a triple-digit guy, he wasn't a big strikeout guy.
No, because he attacked the zone so well, and his pinpoint accuracy in the zone was so good that he was generating weak contact. But now he's just so focused on throwing low and away to these right-handed hitters. And it's just, I don't know when he's going to get it through his head, because I know that they're talking about it on the broadcast now. Like, they gotta work inside. And he was so good about it early on last year, which made him so effective.
I don't
know what's gotten away.
Do you think he's regressed, or do you think hitters are just figured out that he's just trying to paint job on that side?
I can't even say he's regressing, because like the stuff is still playing. Like,
yeah,
he's posting a higher strikeout percentage than what he normally does. So like the strikeouts are coming there. He's still getting, you know, elite chase and whiff rates. Again, early on in the year, he's 97th percentile chase percentage, 83rd percentile and whiff percentage. He's not really getting, like, the barrel is 79th percentile. It's the hard hit. It's just 52nd percentile, which is not good right there.
No, it's like you don't want to be in the dead middle of all pitchers.
No,
like you're
absolutely
supposed to be a slam door reliever.
Especially because you generate so much contact that if you're getting hit hard, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's a bizarre watch, because like his stuff here's the thing. If it's not paint, sometimes I feel like he misses middle too often with that 100.
Yes, I agree. And like, he can get away with it to a degree, but not when a hitter's just worried about half the plate.
Yeah.
If you miss on a middle heater, but the hitter has to worry about, oh shit, am I going to get fucking, you know, jammed up and in?
Yeah.
Like, then they might be a little gun shy to pull, you know, especially with a cutter that starts, again, if it finishes middle, it means it start like it looks like it's coming at you. So it's like you can get away with that as long as you're working the middle half of the plate.
So that Bobby Witt hit was 97, right on the line, right on the edge. The Vinny hit was supposed to be up and out to Vinny. It was middle.
Yep.
99. And then the Salvi hit was 98 middle.
Yeah. And it's just like, brother, work inside. That's all I ask. I would love to see him his next outing throw nothing but inside cutters.
Do you think he's just not capable of it? Because he tried to go inside the first time to the Royals.
Yeah. So no, he is capable of it, because this was a main point of emphasis for him last year. After the 2023 year where he had 12 blown saves, led the majors, the Guardians worked with him and said, hey, look, you got to be able to work on the inner third especially against righties. Because like with that cutter, that's like, hitters are just going to be afraid that they're just going to get jammed. If he can really, and he has such good accuracy, it's frustrating that he doesn't work more inside. And I thought he did a great job of it earlier last year. And it seems like last year, starting in the playoffs to this year, he's just afraid to work inside. And you're right. The one pitch to India fucking got him in the head. But honestly,
he threw two inside to India.
Yes, back to back. That's why the Royals fans were all up in arms. Like, he wasn't trying to do it on purpose. I think he's hit 6 batters in his career. People are saying like he's a headhunter. Like, no, he actually has phenomenal control of the zone.
Yeah, too much control. I'd love to see more headhunting from him.
Yeah, honestly. But that's where I'm like, all right. Like, again, and this is where if you can't trust him to throw on the inside part of the plate, move him out of the closer role, let him pitch in the 7th or 8th inning. I don't care if it's a high leverage situation or not, but just like, make it a point of emphasis that he's got to just attack hitters inside. I don't care if you hit a couple guys, just get comfortable reestablishing that part of the zone. And I think these issues will figure itself out. It's not a stuff thing for me. It's a
Do you think some of it is mental game?
It has to be with relievers. I feel like it's such a mental thing.
Well, I was just curious if you think that if he doesn't believe in himself, because he's still throwing hard. Like, throwing 99 like is still ridiculous, especially this early.
I mean,
but if he's not the closer, what are the options? And like do you risk shooting his confidence for the whole year? Because if here's the thing, he strikes me as like a really needs to be in a good place mentally to play well.
Yeah, I agree. I'm of the belief that like they're not gonna move on from him from the closer role until probably, if this continues this trend for another like two weeks, then we're a month into the season, and he hasn't shown any signs of, back to his 2024 form. Then I think we'll see the move. The problem is that actually, like, Cade Smith hasn't been as good as he was last year either. So it's like, if Cade Smith was putting up the same numbers as last year, it'd be easy to point to him, but he really hasn't been that guy. Really, the best one has been Hunter Gaddis so far. So
that was my least favorite of the Four Horsemen last year.
Same. And maybe part of it was jaded from like, well, he's just sucked so bad as a starter that I didn't know how I felt. Honestly, my least favorite right now is Tim Herron. He just, his control has bothered me a little bit, and it did against the Yankees last year in the playoffs. But right now, again, all these guys were due for regression after the years they had last year. All four guys posting sub 2 ERAs.
And they got so much work and so much extra work. And less time off. That's why I'm surprised that, like, you didn't start Walters up with the big league club.
Well, he was hurt.
Oh, I didn't realize he was injured.
Yeah, he was dealing with some general, I think it was maybe shoulder soreness early on, but whatever. He didn't finish spring training 100% healthy, so they wanted to work him back up to his full workload down in Columbus. But I think we'll probably see him soon. The problem is, I don't know who they move out of that bullpen right now outside of Tristan McKenzie, because Joey Cantillo has actually pitched really well.
I was going to say Tristan McKenzie's time with the Guardians is coming to a close, dude.
I think it might be. And I guess they got to hope that he can sneak through waivers if they want to see if they can fix him again in AAA, but I don't think he will.
He won't. Well, he won't sneak through waivers because his stuff is too nasty. He's only 27 years old, and currently the Yankees have the worst ERA.
I mean,
the MLB. So
right now, do you guys have the worst? You have the worst ERA right now in
the worst starting ERA in baseball.
Starting ERA, damn.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I mean, obviously this is a good segue into talking about your series with San Francisco. I mean, Rodon yesterday walked me through another one of his starts.
I'm just so sick of Rodon, dude, because like his stuff is so good, but boy, when things start going bad, they go really bad. Like through 6, he's giving up one hit, walks somebody, didn't like the call, groaning about it, walks another one, and then hangs us a curve. Jung-Ho Lee could not catch up to Rodon's fastball. Couldn't catch up to it.
Yeah.
The first bomb that Jung-Ho Lee hit off of him was on the slider. He hadn't been down 0-2 the next time around with 2 guys on. Again, he can't catch up to the fastball. And what does Rodon do? Shakes off the fastball and hangs with a curveball. Just a spinner, dude.
Yeah.
Cranks it, and that's how you lose the game.
And that was the same way that they lost in Detroit. Was again a bad call by the ump, which again, it happens, but something like that, it just caused him to unravel, because then it was the same thing. He walked another guy, and then it was fucking, I think Andy Ibanez hit the 3-run home run off him.
Bomb. He just like isn't mentally there enough.
Yeah.
Like when Carlos Rodon is in rhythm, it's really good. Like it's really fucking good.
Oh yeah.
The issue is, in today's game, like these hitters are going to take you out of rhythm. These umps are going to take you out of rhythm. Like, can you get it done? And it's like when you have a game like that where the Yankees get to Webb early and they score you 4 runs in the first 6
with Rodon on the hill, like that's got to be enough to win a game.
That's got, especially like, yeah, it just has to be enough. But the long ball's been a thing for him, and the reason he's not. The reason he's not number 1 or number 2 is because he can't stop giving up home runs. Yeah. And it almost makes him the perfect pitcher against like teams like you guys, teams like the Brewers. Like they kind of give you like false hope, because like those aren't really power slugging teams. They rely on like station to station offense. And Rodon against those teams, really good. Really good. But as soon as you have any sort of power, he's good to give you one. And then he's also good to walk a couple guys and get in his own head about it. So I'm really frustrated with Rodon. But I've also known this is who he is. I was hoping that this offseason, like getting with Matt Blake, he would throw the sinker a lot more and kind of, get some soft contact, get some ground outs, instead of just relying only on the strikeout stuff. Because when you get the strikeout stuff is when you hang the sliders, because you got to throw for a strike at some point. Yeah. So Rodon's just been same old Rodon to start the year, and it's frustrating considering like the size contract he's got, and that they're letting him grow a beard. And like, if I want a new rule, bro. Like, if you grow a beard, you better be good.
Yeah,
like you got to earn the beard, man.
Earn the beard. Hey, that's a good rule to have.
So Rodon's just been really frustrating, but the offense, the Yankee offense, I've been happy with.
Yeah.
I've been happy with it despite some of the bats in the lineup that have not showed up. Like Jazz had a huge first series.
Volpe too, right?
Yeah, Volpe and Jazz, middle infielders, like, they look so great early on. Their bats have kind of cooled off. Austin Wells got off to a really hot start. His bats cooled off.
Yeah.
And those are the three that, like, we were going to need their bats to kind of carry this thing while Carlos Stanton was out.
Mm-hmm.
Dominguez hasn't really gotten it going. You kind of were hoping that his bat would be helpful.
And Bellinger too. Bellinger struggled.
Yeah, Belly too. Belly, had a really good spring training, and had a better spring training than Kyle Tucker. And like, okay, you didn't get Kyle Tucker, go get Belly, and get the poor man's Kyle. He struggled, but this offense has still been really, really productive. And I think that's like, because all those guys are not going to struggle for the whole year. Like, Belly's going to get better. Dominguez is going to get better. I mean, we know what Austin Wells is capable of once the bat gets hot.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know. Honestly, you don't know if Dominguez. I mean, we haven't really. Dominguez, he's the most unproven. I feel more confident in Wells.
He's definitely unproven.
Yeah,
but he went through stretches, man, before the pectoral injury where it was like, okay, like, expected WOBA was high. Like all the expected numbers were high. So I have more faith in him than I do some other guys. But the point being is, all those guys are struggling right now.
Yeah.
And the offense is still good.
Yeah. And part of it's got to be, I mean, holy shit, you guys have like a two-headed monster right now with Judge and Rice that are really,
yeah, dude. Ben Rice is
playing out of their minds.
I made Pat go look at Ben Rice's baseball savant page. Yeah. Ben Rice is playing at a ridiculous level right now. But I also want to point out, like, he's done really good. He can't hit anything off speed, but the value of hitting in front of Aaron Judge. Starting pitchers don't feel comfortable spinning more than one off-speed pitch in the zone during an at-bat.
No.
They don't like it. Ben Rice, because he's hitting in front of Aaron Judge, is going to see so many fastballs, and that's all he's tattooing.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of absurd at this point. What Ben Rice is doing is low-key saving the season, saving the offense, because he's been better than Juan Soto to start the year.
Yeah, he really has.
Like, his batting run value is 9 already, Pat.
Yeah, that's absurd. I mean, he's off to a torrid start, dude.
Yeah, like hitting any fastball, and he's also hitting the ball harder than everybody else in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He's barreling the ball more than anybody else in the league, and all of his home runs are absolute no doubters.
And he's not striking out, which is crazy.
No, I mean, no, his K rate is 45.
His K rate is it's 33rd percentile. I thought it was higher than that.
No, that's the only thing. Like, he's,
he just isn't the fastballs. That's what it is. He's just not striking out on fastballs.
No, not striking out. I think he has one more fastballs.
He has more home runs than strikeouts versus the fastball this year, which is crazy.
Yeah, and he can sit fastball because he hit by an Aaron Judge, and also, like, he's taking his walks. So he's in the 91st percentile in all of Major League Baseball in walks. So it's like, okay, like, we can't spin him one to chase.
No.
So Ben Rice has been amazing. Him and Paul Goldschmidt.
And honestly, like, and Goldschmidt is funny because he's a guy that I thought, was kind of past his prime, but he's kind of, reinventing himself, which you figure him getting in Yankee Stadium was going to help that, like, take advantage of that. He hasn't hit for a whole lot of power. It's really, though, been average, which is what's surprising for me. Like, I thought Goldschmidt would be a guy that would, all right, he'd come in, hit 230, but he's going to hit like 25, 30 bombs. And it's been the opposite. He's hitting, 357 to start the year with just, I think, one extra base hit or two extra base hits.
Yeah, 357. I think he has one double.
And one home run.
One home run.
Yeah.
I think. And it's fascinating because, like, here we go. So if you are Paul Goldschmidt, where, think about it. Like, if you're hitting in front of Judge, do you need to hit for power?
No.
And then Aaron Judge, if you're hitting behind Judge, you need a single will score him most times because he's gonna end up on second.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it's been okay. Because, like, last year, Rizzo was batting near the bottom of the lineup. And so Rizzo, you wanted him to do more damage and just like poke a single.
Yeah.
And he wasn't. I mean, I think the last home run at first baseman hit it for the Yankees was in the summer.
Yeah, you said that.
It was like June or July.
That's crazy.
The last time a first baseman hit a home run.
Yeah.
Which is disgusting.
And especially with Rizzo in that short porch, like.
Yeah. Well, he's concussed, dude. Like,
yeah,
30 bombs, like 38 bombs the year before the Tatis collision.
That's it, dude. Every if you look at every hitter after the collision, we did that. Yeah, we did that case study
after the collision. It was a real gentle case study, but we did it all right.
Yeah.
But no, it's been nice because the Yankees offense has been there, even though some of the suspects have not really been hitting.
Yeah. It's funny. We're kind of like we're both in similar spots where, again, I mean, both sitting at 8-7, both, I think, second place in the division. But it's like neither team is thriving the way they should early on. Both teams' strengths last year have kind of been somewhat down this year.
Yeah.
It's just it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see, I guess, over the next few weeks following both these teams, like what comes back first, like the Yankees overall lineup getting back to where they should be, or the Guardians bullpen getting back to where they should be. I think those are kind of
our help is on the way, dude.
Like Stanton.
Our starting pitching is on the way. No, like
the starting.
Like our help is coming.
So is ours. Travis Bazzana, baby.
You're okay. Travis is. I'm saying, like, Clark's starting this week.
Okay,
Clark's back,
but like you need Heel back.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, when Heel's back, then it's like, okay, we're back to last year's Yankees.
Yeah,
no more Stroman. Like, we're good. I mean, and Will Warren was very, very good.
He's been solid to start the year, right? I mean,
yeah. Well, so the one he should have had the one win, but they lost to Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
He gave up, I think, 2 hits and 2 runs.
Oh, that was the meltdown by who was that? Leiter, right?
Yeah, Mark Leiter gave up a grand slam. That should have been a win, but I think he only allowed 3 hits or 4 hits against the Giants through 6 with 2 earned runs.
Just 2 hits allowed. I mean, you look at 2 of his starts this year, he's gone 5 innings with 2 or less hits allowed. Like that's really solid. Yeah. The one start against Pittsburgh is kind of fucking up his overall stats. 4 innings pitched, 4 earned runs. But the strikeouts are there, man.
Yeah, the strikeouts for someone who throws 94.
Yeah. 15 Ks in 14 innings. Like, it's very solid.
He's going to be a problem, man. And like him coming back, here's the thing, like him being your 3 is never what you want.
No.
Like he's not good enough right now to be the 3. But with Clark Schmidt and Heel, when they come back, then it's like, all right, Max is your 1, Heel's your 2, Schmidt's your 3, Rodon's your 4, and he's your 5.
That's solid.
That's good enough. And like with the offense, it's like our help is on the way.
Yeah.
I don't know where your help is, but ours is on the way.
I mean, really, I've been thoroughly impressed with our starting pitching so far compared to where we were last year. Like the one thing I guess is Logan Allen and Gavin Williams specifically. Like those 2 need to get deeper into games. Gavin especially. Like Gavin's got to be going 6 innings a start. His stuff is too good to not be going 6 innings.
Has his swing and miss improved at all?
Not a whole lot. Where is he at? Overall, he's at 59% whiff, rate and 59th percentile and whiff rate. I would like it to be in the 75th percentile or better. I think that's where his stuff plays. But he's starting to throw the breaking ball more, which I like, because I think that's his best pitch right now, is that curveball. And I think he got himself in better counts after the first 2 innings against what was it? In his last start against Chicago. I think he only went 5 innings, but he threw 45 pitches in the first 2 innings. And it's like, once he got into a rhythm, he was good. It was those first 2 innings were kind of tough for him to locate. And once he gets his control down, and I think can get a little more swing and miss
that's
on
just
that.
A lot of workman in the early innings.
That's what I'm saying. You got to be, for me, it's like early innings, like stay 30 pitches or under in those first 2 innings. Like that's my goal for us starters. You got to get through your first 2 innings, 15 pitches or less for me is what I want.
Jacob said the Tigers are the best starting rotation in the AL.
No they way. Might this point into the season, right? What's the
I mean, there's no way.
Starting pitching ERA leaders.
It's got to be Kansas City, right?
I doubt it's better than like the overall. Where do we get to? I just want to see starting pitcher ERA, team starting pitching ERA. That's what I didn't do. All right. Right now on the season, oh no, the Royals do have the best.
Yeah, I was
starting ERA. Oh, that's team ERA. See,
I don't know how to. I guess I don't know how to separate it by starters.
Yeah. Because Detroit, I mean,
Detroit's good, but
yeah, I mean Casey's rotation is pretty solid. I think Lugo is going to regress this year, but I'm high on Reagan's. Lorenzen is okay. I mean, we hit him, pretty decent the other night when I was there. Bubic has been that surprise guy early on in the season.
Legit Cy Young candidate. Jacob, there literally isn't a bigger Job fan than me. But I'm keeping it a stack. I think Kansas City is the best rotation right now.
I don't know. I might pick Detroit's over them.
Really? But them or Seattle?
A full strength Seattle. Okay. But and Job, honestly, I like what I've seen from Job. I just want to see some more strikeout stuff from him. He's
got him on a fantasy team, so being effective is not enough. You need strikeouts.
Fuck yeah. I mean, look, the thing with me is that yes, you could be effective in the zone, but a guy like Lugo is a perfect example why I think he's going to regress. That you rely too much on, weak contact and trusting your defense. For me, for a top end starting pitcher, you got to have strikeout stuff.
I think so. That's why it was nice to see Max Fried throw just a classic last week. What was that, Thursday?
Yeah, 11 Ks.
Oh, no walks. That's the thing, dude. 11 Ks, no walks. That is a Mad Max classic.
Yeah. I mean, you look at Seth Lugo right now. Again, it's early, but 27th percentile in hard hit percentage, 29th percentile in K rate. I know he's never been a strikeout pitcher, but he's not getting any chase, no whiff, both 23rd percentile and 11th percentile. Expected ERA 4.11. A lot of his expected stats last year is why I felt like this was coming from him. And I don't know. I'm not high on Lugo right now. I love Reagan's. Don't get me wrong. Love Reagan's, but
are you worried about a Skubal potential regression?
I mean, no. I like Reagan's better than Skubal right now. But I don't know. I think Skubal will be fine.
Well, you know what happens, right?
What, after the Cy Young?
Well, it's after the 200 innings mark.
Oh, yeah, because that was...
It's back-to-back years, 200 innings. That's the issue.
Yeah.
His fastball run value is in the 50th percentile, dog.
Yeah, it's surprising for him.
And Skubal throws his fastball 70% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, the strikeout numbers are not there, too, for him. That was what he was so money at early on.
Yeah.
228 Ks and 192 innings last year. Just absolutely.
Again, dog, I'm bro, it's something about that. It's the 200 innings back-to-back years.
Yes, well, especially for a young pitcher too. I mean,
right.
What we saw with Nestor, the regression from him after I guess the reason why I'm less concerned about Skubal is because he's a power pitcher, and that tends to scare me less than guys like Nestor or Lugo that kind of pitch to contact.
Precision pitchers. Yeah. And Skubal, I think, could regress back to human. But he's still, the fastball velo is not down at all. It's 97 miles per hour.
Yeah.
It's not spinning as much, but that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's three or four starts in. He goes today too. But I was worried about guys. I worry about power pitchers too that get to the 200 inning mark and then go the next year.
Yeah.
Especially 200 plus playoffs, I guess.
Yeah, I guess with Skubal is it worries me more when they're not built like him. I don't think it'll be an issue with him because he's a big dude.
Guy. He's got big thighs, bubble butt. Skubal's
6'3", 240.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
he's got meat on those bones where he can
heavy,
handle it.
bro. I guess
He
it does worry me more for like a Max Fried.
For sure, that
Because
makes
Max
sense.
Fried is what, like 170, excuse me.
Is he only 170? I mean, I know he's
190, 6'4", 190.
all right. Yeah. Who do you guys have? Who do you guys have coming up? You have Kansas City, right?
Yeah, we got the Royals, dude.
Okay.
Because today it's I think it's Lugo versus Cookie.
Oh, all right. Take the over. Take the over tonight.
Oh my,
that'll be an interesting matchup. Honestly, two guys that, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how Cookie fares against the Royals. Obviously, has a lot of experience facing them throughout his career. But
yeah, like I mean, we're gonna need bats today. So it is. We go at 7:05, and then we have 13 straight days of action.
Yeah. Tomorrow, Waka versus Fried. I like you guys there.
Yeah.
Wednesday, what's the matchup? Where are you guys Wednesday? Wednesday, we've got Schmidt is back Wednesday, and that's Bubic. Bubic Schmidt. That's an underrated. That's a really good
sneaky pitchers battle, dude. I like Clark Schmidt a lot. Clark Schmidt was the most disrespected pitcher in all of baseball last year.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think
what other pitcher, dog, with a sub-3 ERA gets just shitted on constantly?
Yeah, no, he was your second best pitcher last year overall, probably, right behind Cole. Or no, I guess Heel.
Clark was better than Cole was last year.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because Cole only pitched like half the year. So
yeah, well, they both only pitched half the year.
Clark only pitched half.
Yeah,
he missed that much time.
I believe so.
Yeah, he only made 16 starts.
Yeah,
I thought wow, yeah, I thought he played more than that last year.
No, 2 WAR on 16 starts.
Yeah, that's
yeah. It's just like Cole just has like the aura, and like Cole like matters, like the big game pitcher and like the workman moments.
100%. But no, that Schmidt versus Bubic will be a really good matchup. That's a good series for you guys. I mean, it's a challenging series. I think this will be a good test for you guys offensively. And got to get the rest of that lineup hitting behind Rice and Judge, really.
Yeah, got to get him. Well, Goldschmidt too. Like that's
Goldschmidt. You're right.
I just need one of them. Whether it's Belly, honestly, I would take Belly or Dominguez. Like I would take Volpe or Wells at this point, because I think that like with the top 3 being as good as they are and really showing no signs of slowing down, like I think that they're good enough to kind of have those moments. So
yeah, no, I agree.
But that's all I got for today, dude.
There it is, baby. Nice little Monday show.
And we'll be back Thursday for a live stream or thing.
Yeah, I think we might we might do another live stream. Might be later because we play at like 6:30 on Thursday. I think you guys played 7.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna try a 999 challenge. I'm gonna try to turn $9 into 90 in 9 innings.
Ooh, wait. I kind of like that. Wait a second. We might be onto something here.
Whoa there. Might be onto it.
We might be onto something.
What is it? I'm Chris. That's Pat.
Oh, yeah. Strike 3.
We're out. We're out. We'll holler at y'all.
Peace.